When talking about life hacks and life lessons, I really do mean things like this. When it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you've got a mosquito bite and you don't have a bandage or anything to put over it, so you stop scratching it. So you wake up at 3 and then you start doing shit like this just so that you have something on your hand so that you don't scratch a mosquito bite. And then what did you do? You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you decide, let's make a YouTube video. Annyeonghaseyo, goeiedag, goeiemiddag, good evening, welcome back to my channel. For some reason my voice sounds very weird right now. I'm not sure it's because I'm very conscious that it's 3 and I don't want to wake my neighbors or whatever it is. But I thought, you know what, let's do a video. It's 3 in the morning, I've only slept like 4 hours, I can't go back to sleep, so let's do a video. Let's give out some life lessons, some advice. Let's sit down and we get serious. And I thought, you know what, let's just give you 5 life lessons or 5 life hacks that I've learned in Korea when I was here 2 years ago. And then it's things that I think you will always take with you to the other side. And everybody else who travels abroad do these videos as well. So I might just join the mainstream and do it as well. You know, more views, more subscribers, more fame. Yay me! Anyway, let's just get into it. These, I thought I would do 5, but I only came down to 3, not because I'm lazy, but just because I wanted to condense it to a shorter video, because I know I talk a lot of shit, but I wanted to make this a shorter video. Love making long videos, but I thought this one, you know what, I just want to shorten it and just make it 3 quick things, just so that you know about it, think about it, but hopefully it prepares you if you're going overseas or some shit like that. The first one is, what is the first one? Oh, technically the third one is, these are my notes down here. Oh, and then we also got Ryan. I don't know if I did my introduction. Anyway, Ryan. Yay. Anyway, number 3 is you know less than you think you already know. So if you come here, go to another country and you think you know a lot, you don't. Because if you don't know the language, if you don't know the country, one, you already know a lot less than other people, but you start to realize that you know a lot less than you think you did when it comes to everyday life things like cooking, like sewing, like how to get rid of fucking fruit flies, which I'm struggling with right now during under quarantine life. It's not a good thing, but you start to realize that you don't know how to do certain things, how to sew, how to do taxes even. No, that's a bit extreme because people have this. But these small things that you never thought about, these small things you took granted, how to use a washing machine. If you don't know how to use a washing machine, Korea's a little difficult because the washing machine is in Korean. But luckily, the washing machine was Korean, but it is the one that we had at home, so I could use it at least. But you know less than you thought you did. So what do? You jump onto YouTube, do it yourself, lifestyle, how-to videos, or you go to blogs and you start reading up about how to sew, how to cook, how to make an egg, how to break an egg, all those types of things. Use the things, don't freak out and not do something. Use this to learn a new skill. I can kind of sew now because I had to sew a button onto a shirt. The button is this side. Or I've learned, not necessarily to cook, but I've learned to sew a hole shut in a shirt. Not very good, but I've learned how to do it and now I can do it. So you can also, so don't be afraid to use those things, but just accept that you know less than you thought you did. The second thing that I want to talk about is settle, settle, settle. You always settle for less than you thought you deserve. I'm not talking about relationships and happiness. I'm talking about more when you're in a country, in a new country, in a foreign country, and you didn't take the time or you don't take the time to learn the language or to learn their culture, then you need to settle. Because if you're not going to put in the work or the effort to learn something about them or the ways that they do things, you will need to settle. And it's not a bad thing. Do the effort. And then this also applies to people who are new. When you first come to a country, you will settle because a lot of times you would want something and you might not get it because there's a language barrier, or you would just point at things you want and you don't know if you're going to like it or not because you have no idea what you're going to get. This can happen in restaurants, this can happen in stores, this can happen almost anywhere. People trying to help you to find a destination, or you trying to find a destination, you get lost, and then you just settle for whatever at the end you get. Some people might think this is a bad thing. I think this is a way to make life more adventurous. It gives you the opportunity to try new and different things, and then also it gives you a new adventure to see different places or to meet other people. So settle, settle, settle. If you didn't like the dish, you've tried the dish and you know you won't really order it again in the future. But then also it teaches you to take time to learn the language so that you can get and you don't have to settle. But settle. You will settle many a time for many a thing. Don't be afraid to settle. And then the last thing is that the world revolves around you. Yes, sweetie, the world revolves around you, and it is revolving and turning away from you. So what I mean by that is, yes, there is that part of moving to a place, or any place in any country actually, is that people will be staring at you. People will think you're hot, people will think you're sexy, people want to take a photo with you. Ooh, people want to give you special treatment, they want to give you gifts, they want to give you free things when you buy things. Oh, all this special treatment just comes in because you're a foreigner and because you're different. That's going to happen in many places. But then at the same time, also you're going to get the complete opposite. People are going to glare at you because you are foreign. People are not going to want to sit next to you because you are foreign. People are not going to want to help you because you are foreign. So those things also do happen. Yes, it revolves around you, but that revolving can always be in a different direction. It's not always revolving towards you. It can be revolving away from you. So don't just think the world revolves around you, because sometimes it don't. I've had experiences here in Korea where people would stare. Sometimes you know it's a good stare, because at that time I might have blue hair and I'm quite tall and I'm biggishly built, so I'm not average when compared to an average Korean male, for example. And then also sometimes they would look at you different because you are foreign. You know, you can feel what the stare feels like. And there were instances in previous videos where people don't want to help me because, not because they are malicious or racist, but just because they might be uncomfortable, a little scared or nervous. So it's not always a bad thing. I'm making it way more dramatic than it is, but just be aware of those things. Learn these life hacks, become part of it. It makes your life in Korea so much easier. So make peace that you do not know all the things and that you do need help. Ask for help, Google it, YouTube it, blog it, ask for help. Settle, settle, settle. It makes it more adventurous, more fun, and it makes you learn a lot. And then the world revolves around you, but it's not always turning towards you. It might be running fucking away from you. So these are my 3 little life hacks or life lessons that I wanted to put out and just share for just anyone who's wanting to just have a different spin, because I didn't want to do the 5 things Korea never taught me or 5 things that no one told me about Korea, because I was thinking about that kind of video, and then I just thought, you know what, let's change it up and let's turn it into life lessons that can be true throughout your whole life. You can always apply these things to your whole life, to have a mental shift towards turning something positively bad into, or turning something that is bad into turning it into something that is positive. Change your mindset. Settling isn't always bad. In this case, if you go to a restaurant, you can't speak the language because you're a lazy bitch. Settle for whatever you get. You've tried it and you don't like it. You don't know. You're not as smart as you think you are. That's okay. It means you need to improve. You need to become better. And the world doesn't turn around you. Learn some humility. It might get you farther in life. Further, not farther. It might get you a father. Okay, anyway, let's go in there. Anyway, I'm going to stop there. I hope that you enjoyed this rambling video of me at 3 in the morning in South Korea. I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful life, wonderful evening. I'm not sure if I did my intro. My name is Tian. I'm 28 years old, and Ryan is still with us. From me and Ryan, we say goodbye, and we say don't let fear interfere with your happiness. You deserve all the happiness in the world. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Liefde, vrede, geluk, blijf liefde. Al dan mooie dingetjies. Per julle. Bye!